Welcome back, Benchwarmers. Well, that was boring. I really thought it would have been a lot closer, but damn did the Eagles show up. Brendan, dude, we're recording.
Huh? Is it over? Did Travis propose?
No, the Eagles dominated and it was never really close.
So Tom's still the GOAT.
Yes, your boy is still the GOAT. I'm Corey. Hendrick was cool.
I'm Brendan. I was bored out of my mind. And this is RV from the Bench. Before we get started, if you're not already, don't forget, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss any one of the new episodes.
Also, if you could please do us the favor, if you like what you see here, please don't forget to smash that like button.
Come on, smash it for us. It's free. It's free for you. It's free for us. Helps out the channel a lot more than you probably think.
Hell yeah.
But to be honest with you, now that I think about it, the Chiefs could have used a thumbs up. They could use all the help they could have got last night.
Man, that was not a game at all. Not at
Oh, man. I'm just saying, Brady never lost in a blowout. All of his Super Bowl losses, albeit 3, were all one-score games. So
Yeah. At least he had a chance in all those games. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
oh, man, this just from the jump, it just felt bad from the get-go, and the Chiefs were playing from behind, which they're not used to. Well, I guess they do play from behind a lot.
No,
but
they're used to that. Yeah.
It's just
Not that far behind.
it felt different. Even that first quarter at 7-0, you're like, I don't know, this feels – the Chiefs just look off and looking like they're rushed through everything. It just looked bad from jump.
Yeah, the way that Tom was kind of describing it, obviously having the GOAT calling it, because duh, why wouldn't you? But he was kind of describing the same thing, and I forgot who his commentator, who the play-by-play guy is that he works with, but he kind of brought it up. He's like, Tom, speaking of Super Bowls, you kind of start Super Bowls a little slow too, right? So he's kind of like trying to be like, okay, you don't have to score 100 points. Tom in the 10 Super Bowls that he played in only scored a touchdown in the first quarter in the last one.
One time.
Very last one.
Yep.
And it's because of obviously what stacked offense that he had there. And that's not really a shot at the Patriots offense, but as everybody knows, it was Tom, Gronk, and maybe some white receiver and the defense. That was basically the thing of the team. So yeah, with his team in the Bucs, they were able to score. So, him keeping it, him being like, not everybody has to score on the first. And it was 7, maybe 10-0. I forgot what it was after 1. I don't know if it was 10 or 7. It was 7. So that's not impossible, bro. I mean, honestly, even when it was 10-0, when they came down, I thought they were going to score a touchdown, held them to a field goal. I was like, okay, this is probably where Kansas City turns it around.
Yep.
And they turned it around by throwing it right to Cooper DeJean so he could turn around and do a pick six. That was basically the time where I was like, okay, this is getting serious. Yeah. When did you feel it was too far gone?
I mean, to be honest, that pick maybe it might have been it, only because it just seems so fast. Like if
it was just overwhelming, right?
Yeah, if they were up down 17 late third, like it was down 10 the whole first half, and then the third quarter they get
Sneak
up 7,
one,
get back in within 10. Like I could deal with it, but it was just nonstop in the first half, over and on. And the other part was, as you could see early on, the offensive line for Kansas City was dead. Pat was running for his life, getting hit hard the couple times that he did get hit.
Drilled.
Yeah, there was a couple really hard hits, which, I mean, they were legal. There wasn't anything wrong with them. You could tell he was getting, he was getting rung up a little bit, and he had to run for his life all day. And by the time they were able to actually get some yards on the board, it was the fourth quarter, and Philly was, stepping off the gas because it was too late at that point.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't even matter. I almost wish, for like history's sake, we'll know because we watched it. Anybody, obviously, Eagles fans will remember. A lot of people will remember because they watched it and stuff like that. But like for history's sake and like looking back at the record books, I almost wish they weren't able to put up that garbage time points and yardage, because it makes it look not. I mean, 40-22 is a 18-point win is a dominating win in the NFL. Honestly, as long as it's 2 scores, a 10-point game is a dominating win in the NFL, especially in a Super Bowl, right? But 18, it doesn't look as bad as what it truly, truly was. I think at halftime, Cooper DeJean had more yards than the Kansas City Chiefs, and he plays for the other team.
Yeah, I think Kansas City didn't cross midfield until midway through the third quarter. They didn't get into Eagles territory that whole time. I mean,
and the worst part was the 8. I'm sorry, let me put it. The 0-8 Vic Fangio defense was really the obvious key. But the craziest part was not one single blitz. No. Every single drop back that Pat has was 4 rushers. That means 5 linemen to block 4 people every time. Every time. Not one blitz. 0. This is how many blitzes they threw. 0. And they they dismantled the offense and the flow and the and Andy. Honestly, I kind of give
Sirianni?
No, why can't I give the defensive coordinator?
Fangio.
The
Spags.
I give Spags some credit, bro. His defense is on the field the whole damn game.
Yeah.
It's one of those. I mean, two of those set up in short field position. One was a pick six. He only gave up like 30 points to this Eagles team, if we think about it. Like, that's not bad. But when the fucking other team is on the field for 4 seconds and Chris Jones just sits down and has to stand back up, it was atrocious, bro. Just a one-sided whop.
Not good all around. Every number looks bad for the Chiefs. Every number looks good for the Eagles. And I think part of it too is the Chiefs gave a lot of bulletin board material, even though they didn't say necessarily anything trash talking, but we had to trademark the 3P for the merch if they win. Like, all that stuff gets out, and the Eagles are like, we're not gonna allow you to make us be the team that is your 3P. Like, you started with us 2 years ago. We're not letting you get us this time. And that young defense went out and just beat the shit out of the Chiefs. And again, that offensive line, which is the same reason the Chiefs lost the last time they lost the Super Bowl against the guy you're wearing a jersey from there, is their offensive line was beat the fuck up. And they couldn't protect Mahomes, and he was running for his life. And it was like watching it on repeat yesterday. I'm sure Tom thought the same thing watching it from the booth.
There's just too much talent on that team, dude. I don't understand. I don't know why everybody's name is escaping me right now, but the freaking GM for the Eagles is goated. I mean,
Lori, right? Some Lori.
I don't know why I'll look it up right now. The way that he could put together a team is Howie Roseman. Thank you. I was gonna say whoever you said wasn't it.
I think he was the owner, maybe.
Oh, okay. He is a genius, bro. I mean, the draft. Now, something's fell into his lap. Like, for some reason, nobody wanting to drop a top quarter, and then both of them falling to the Eagles. Okay, yeah, great. But he was smart enough to pick them up. You know, got Vic Fangio, all these things. So it was just a really well-built team. It was over. I was actually telling Laffy, and it popped up on the screen about middle of the third, I think. The game reminded me of the Broncos-Seahawks game.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad.
It didn't start as poorly, but damn near.
It was pretty bad. Yeah, it was just not good. Again, it was sucked because there was so much anticipation this would be a great game. Even if the Chiefs were to lose, we were at least expecting it to be close and come down to the wire. This was just. Yeah, I mean, thank God for the halftime show, at least, I guess. Kendrick was good.
Kendrick was cool. Yeah, it's true. LA, repping LA. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, other than that, there wasn't really anything to write home about. Hurts did his job and got MVP, but the defense of the Eagles literally dominated the Chiefs, and that's the story that we'll always remember when it comes to Super Bowl 59.
The one thing I think I'm going to remember is the only thing that made me laugh out loud. There was a Doritos commercial.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the seal commercial. Damn it.
Okay, that one was pretty crazy, but also a little creepy because Seal's head like flowed right onto the seal, like too perfect.
It was funny, and the song was really
funny. Oh yeah, the song was funny. The song was good. But what made me actually laugh at stupid humor was the Doritos commercial where they were trying to grab his bag of Doritos and he was holding on to it, and the beam of light was like fucking like he's just like all over the house and shit. I thought that was funny. I was just laughing. It's like stupid humor, but
there wasn't a lot of good ones, but there were a couple, I guess. So.
There was a couple, yeah. I mean, I don't really know much. My bet was over before it started because I just had Chiefs doing at least a little bit. I had nobody winning. You know, I just had some stuff.
Well, I did win my bet against my grandma because she picked the Chiefs. That's her boy. So I ended up not having to pay her $80 in the double or nothing of the third bet in a row. So that was cool. But other than that, man, dude, I'm glad I didn't go to a party and get all pumped up and ready for a whole lot of nothing.
Hopefully the Taylor Swift shit will die down now.
Yeah, it should. We'll see if
Kelsey's gonna retire, dude.
I was gonna say that was my next question. Does Kelsey even play anymore? He looked old yesterday. He'd already looked old throughout the season, but man, did he look old and slow yesterday against that young?
Just call it, bro. They got good tight ends, bro. Let Noah Gray and all these guys. They're fine. They're not. I'm not saying they're as good as Travis Kelsey. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to disrespect Travis Kelsey, but
completely agree. But you got to move on. It's time and let them take over as the young kids and let Pat and them start a new run. Hopefully. See.
I actually misspoke in our last episode when we were talking. Maybe it wasn't the last one. Oh, yeah, I think it was the last one when we did predictions. Remember I was talking about how the Eagles ended Brady and he stopped that dynasty? It was kinda. They won, lost, beat the Rams. So technically they stopped a three-peat also. They just stopped the middle year instead of the last year.
That's right.
So the Eagles, that's what they do. They stop dynasties. So if the Eagles are in the Super Bowl against a team, just bet Eagles. It's probably happening.
Well, they've won 2 Super Bowls now, and again, they look really. I mean, you got Saquon locked up, Hurts is locked up, all the young kids on defense. They look ready to go for at least.
I'm super happy that Saquon wasn't. I'm not as a knock to Saquon, but as a props to Jalen that Saquon wasn't the reason they won, and that Jalen Hurts got the MVP. He deserved it. He was the better quarterback. He was the best player on the field with his arm and with his legs. He didn't throw everything. Again, he threw an interception. He was falling backwards and getting sacked at the same time. One mistake, that's not bad. Ask Patrick how his mistakes turned out.
Yeah.
So props to Jalen Hurts, one of the best guys I've ever seen. You know, humble from stepping down in your college game at halftime to having to transfer schools, getting drafted, working your way through all the crap with the Eagles, dealing with all this stuff with Sirianni and everybody saying you're not good enough, and finally beating who everybody is basically saying is taking over this guy, and it's not here yet. So props to Jalen Hurts, man. That's probably the guy I want to shout out the most. He killed it. He did good. Good job.
Yep. Eagles all around. Everything killed it. Sirianni had a great game plan, had that team ready to go, and they get the rings.
Again, the only thing that I would have asked for, again, didn't really care who won. I was rooting for history, but I would have liked a better fucking game, assholes.
Just a game would have been nice.
Jeez. But yeah, other than that, let us know what you thought was your favorite commercial down on the or if you're an Eagles fan, what was your favorite moment from the game? That's what we'd like to hear. If you're a Chiefs fan, is Kelsey coming back or is he over?
Oh man, I like we talked about. I think it's time for him to lock it down, man. Let it go. But again, let us know here on the YouTube comments or on Instagram and Twitter at RViewFTB.
Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Thank you as always for seeing these from our view of the bench. We'll talk about football next season. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Corey. Like we always say, enjoy the sports until we talk again.
Peace.
This was a Sycamore Fourth Studios production.